Yes, Navin.
Okay. So yesterday we have covered up to currency settings, right? Any questions from anyone before we proceed to the next configuration step? So we have covered yesterday complete currency settings like exchange rate types. Next one, translation ratios for currency translation, nothing but making a relation. And next one, we have entered current exchange rate values. Okay. So any questions meanwhile? Yes, please.
No questions from my end.
All right. Okay. Next step, next configuration step, most important step, another most important step, field status variant. Field status variant. Okay. After currency settings, next step is field status variant. Put a heading as a field status variant. Okay. So right on. Okay. Field status variant. Okay. So what do you mean by field status variant? Field status variant is nothing but variant is nothing but, okay, at the time of posting, at the time of posting, number of fields will be there. Number of fields will be there. Okay. And how to control these fields is nothing but field status variant. What do you mean by field status variant? For example, whenever we are posting a transaction, right? Already we have discussed SAP screens, right? For example, if we are saying that FB60, if I take, right? See, these are the fields. How to control these fields is nothing but field status variant. Okay.
How to control in the sense?
Sorry. Can you please come
Fields?
again?
How to control in the sense like
Control in the sense, see, some fields are optional. Some fields are, so for example, here, if I press enter, see it is showing specify account number. So what does it mean? This is a mandatory,
mandatory. Yes.
right? How we are controlling? How we are making this as a mandatory? How you are making it as an optional? How we are making it as an suppress?
Yes.
Clear? That is nothing but controlling.
Oh.
Clear?
That means all the mandatory fields need to be entered, right?
Not only mandatory, all fields are not mandatory, right? Few fields are mandatory for some client. Few fields are optional for some clients. Few fields are suppressed, means not supposed to be visible. That is nothing but controlling.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. So control field status
A bit louder, please.
but,
Actually, the speaker of mine is little problem. So please kindly speak a little louder.
okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Naveen. A field status variant is nothing but we need to control the fields in the particular T code, in SAP, right?
Not record, per screens.
In screen, sorry.
Yeah.
In screens. So here in FB60, we have vendor invoice date and in posting date. So if you don't enter any one of the invoice date, it will pop up an error, right? That is
No,
how we need to
it's
control
not
it.
like that. See, vendor number is mandatory field, right?
Yes,
And invoice date is a mandatory field. Here you
mandatory
can see
field.
special GL indicator. It's not a mandatory field.
Mandatory field, correct.
Without giving information also, you can go to the next field. But here, without
Correct.
giving vendor number, you can't go to the next field.
Next field, correct.
Clear? So whatever is mandatory, without giving the data, we can't go to the next field. And optional
Okay.
is nothing but you can enter the data or you can ignore the data. Clear?
Okay.
So that is
So,
considered as an optional.
so in this class, we need to going to discuss what are the mandatory fields for
It's
the
not like that. See, I'll tell you the standard things which are what are the fields we need to make it mandatory, what are the fields we need to make it optional. But in real time, client will give you that. What are the important fields for him? What are the optional fields for him? And what are the suppress fields for him? Is that clear? It doesn't mean that whatever fields now I am telling you that every client will have the same things are mandatory and same things are optional and same things are suppressed. Clear? So the client will say that, okay, I want vendor number to be mandatory, invoice date to be mandatory, right? Posting date to be mandatory, and cross company code is not mandatory, amount is mandatory, tax amount is an optional. Like that, client to client is different.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
So don't think that these are whatever are today we are going to discuss. Those are the compulsory. I'll mention few fields are mandatory and few fields are optional. So it doesn't mean that in real time also only those fields are mandatory and those fields are optionals. Clear? Any other questions before we proceed?
No.
no, Naveen.
No,
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 right? See here, if I say here again slash and FB16. See here. Okay. Every finance document here. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds time.
Sure, sure.
Sorry, we'll continue. Okay. So here, for example, in finance screens, every finance document, we will have we will have if all finance documents, we will have header data. The screen will be divided into two parts. One is header data and line item data. Okay. So in header data, normally we will give document date, document type, company code, posting date, period, currency, reference number, header text, like this. We will have fields in header data. I'm taking example, and when it comes to line item, when it comes to line item data, for example, line 1, okay. So this is first line, for example, pages account debited. So I'll tell you what are the posting is 40, 50 and all, but just remember that 40 is nothing but GL debit. Okay, wages account. I'll write here also debit. $2,500. Second line, this is line 2. $40. Salaries account debited. So 40 is nothing but debit GL account. I'll take 2,500. And third line, credit part of the entry, that is 50. Cash account. Cash account 6,000. So how many line items are there now? How many
Three.
lines are there?
3.
3. So maximum how many line, the point, very important point is in any finance document, how many line items we can record in the sense. So maximum we can record 999 line items. Maximum we can record maximum we can record 999 line items. That could be a debit part of the entries or credit part of the entries. Okay. Okay. So how many total line items we can record?
999.
999 line items, maximum that is. And line item. Okay. Each line item. Each line item. SAP delivers. SAP delivers 75 fields max. Understood? How many fields it will give? Total SAP delivers, we can record up to maximum of 999 line items. And each line item contains how many fields maximum?
75.
75 fields. So you can see that 999 into 75. So the total FI document contains those many number of fields. Clear? So again, how many line items it contains, each finance document, and each line contains how many fields. So each finance document contains total 999 line items, maximum that is. So you may use it, you may not use it. You can use one line item, two line item, three line item, or 999 line item. But each line item contains again how many fields? 75 fields. So you can check how many fields, 999 into 75. Okay. So these 75 fields, we can control it. These 75 fields, we can control it. Okay.
We can control in the sense, Naveen, as per the client requirement, we will give which field should be
Correct.
enabled and which should be
Correct.
grayed out like that.
See, 75 fields, client will say that I want only invoice date, vendor number, customer number. Those fields are important in one particular screen. So only we will make those as a required, few are optional, and few are suppressed.
Mandatory.
That's
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here, this 75 fields, we can make it as an. So as I said that we can control these 75 fields. We can control. Okay. For example, we can make this as a required. We can make this mandate. It's nothing but required. So second thing is optional. Okay. And third thing is suppress. Okay. Suppress. So what does it mean? Required is nothing but mandatory. Optional in the sense you can give the data. Okay. Or you can ignore that. And suppress in the sense that will be get hide. That particular field will be get disabled. Clear? Any questions here? So 75 fields in each line. We can make few fields are required as per the requirement. Few fields are optional and few fields are suppress as per the client requirement. Clear, everyone? Any questions?
No, Naveen.
Sorry? Anyone have a questions on this? So total how many line items, how many fields, and how many fields, how we can control. Controlling in the sense what control we can do, those fields, we can make those fields according as per the requirement. We can make it as a required, we can make it as an optional, we can make it as a suppress. Any questions? Yes, no?
No, Naveen.
No, Naveen.
No, Naveen.
Okay. Okay, we will do the configuration step. Okay, so right now. Okay, so here. Okay, here we have some structure. We have a structure. So here first we will have field status variant will be there. Field status variant. So field status variant will have field status group. Field status variant will have field status groups, and field status groups have field status subgroups, and last will have fields.
What are all those, Naveen?
Sorry,
Field sta-
bit louder.
under field status variant, all these are the subparts, right? Group and
That's what I said, right? Field status variant. Under fields, first we will define field status variant. Under that, we will have field status groups. Under field status group, we will have field status subgroups. And last would be the structure. The last structure would be fields. Clear? Yes, no.
yes,
It's clear now.
Clear this? Just write it down. Why it's not coming? Somebody. Okay. Just write it down. Just write it down.
Done, Naveen. We have.
Done. Okay. Okay. For example, okay, we will create one field status variant. Ours is Ultra Tech, right? So I'll create it as an UFSV Ultra Field Status variant. So SAP standard provide 0001 standard SAP will provide, and we will copy that, and we will create one field status variant. We will create Ultra
what
Field
are
Status
the
variant.
standard field variants?
1 second, I'll show you that. Ultra Field Status variant, and we will copy that field status variant to our company code. What is company codes we have? UT01, UT02,
UU0.
sorry, UU01.
You use your.
Okay. Yeah, now you can ask me, please. At the time of explanation, kindly listen first, Then ask. Yes, please. Now you can ask.
No, what are the SAP standard variants?
That I'll show you. We haven't started, right? I'm telling you there is an SAP standard 0001. So this is the field status variants, groups, and all the subgroups will be defined in this 0001. Clear? So what are the total line items? What are the total fields? All are defined in this particular field status variant 0001. This is standard field status variant which is provided by SAP. Clear, everyone? That I'll show you. Yes, no.
Yes, Naveen.
Because see, people sorry to say, people are asking questions and again they won't respond back. Yesterday also I have mentioned. If you're clear, just say clear. If you're not clear, let me know so that I can repeat. If you, because it's a virtual class, so I'm not able to see your faces and all. So I don't know whether you are able to understand. So once we complete this particular topic, we can't come back to this.
We are clear, Naveen.
That's the reason I'm spending time here. Unless until you are not clear, I'm not going directly, right? I'm asking, is it clear or not?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Clear, Naveen. Clear for us.
Okay, 0001 standard field variant and which is provided by
All the
SAP.
rules will be written in this particular variant, like how many lines are there, right? How many groups are there and all those stuff. Clear? That we haven't seen yet, the practical part. So that I'll show. I'm just saying that this is a field status variant 0001 is a standard one. What it will be there. So what is this is the field status variant I said. So what do you mean by what are the groups will be there? Total, how many groups will be there? And what are the subgroups are there? And how many fields will be there? Everything will be written in 0001. So what we are going to do, we will copy this 0001 attributes and we will create our own field status variant and we are giving a name called UFSV. Okay, that is nothing but ultra field status variant, and we will link this ultra field status variant group to our company codes. Whatever company codes are there, all those company codes we will copy it. Clear? So when it comes to groups, SAP default delivers total 41 groups. So 41 groups. So for example, I'll tell you, for example, this is a group G001, G001, G001 for all the balance sheet accounts groups. Balance sheet accounts. Next one. So for example, G003. I'm taking example and I'll show you all. G003 is for material consumption accounts. Material consumption. G004 G004 is nothing but for cost accounts. So these are SAP standard cost accounts. G005 bank or cash accounts. G006. Material accounts. Like this, we have total 41 groups will be there. Like as I said, that group 1 is for balance sheet accounts, group 3 material consumption, group 4 for cost accounts, group 5 for bank and cash accounts, group 6 material accounts. Clear? And I'll show you that all the 41 groups.
Okay, Naveen.
Okay. And each,
Naveen?
Naveen, sorry. So
yes, please.
do we need to remember all these 41 groups, or
Why? Yes, of course, by practice, we will remember this.
okay? So at the time of, I mean, in the real time, so client will ask what are the groups they wanted us to create, or what are the things we need to leave it as optional.
See, you are creating a ledger account called, for example, machinery, furniture account. Okay, and that ledger account need to be assigned to one particular group. So which group you will assign? Furniture
Fixed assets.
comes under which one?
G001.
It's a balance sheet account, right?
Yes.
Yes.
balance sheet account. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And
Yes.
for example, you are creating one bank account.
Got it.
Comes under which group?
Bank and cash account G005.
You are creating a rent account, rent paid account, or salaries paid account, or wages paid account. Yes,
Cost account.
that's it.
So, Naveen, in group is nothing but a recording the same nature of accounts, right?
Correct. We have already done that one session
Yes.
on that, if I'm not wrong. Yes, everyone.
Yes, Naveen.
Yes.
Yes, Naveen.
So next one, each group contains 10 subgroups. Understood? 10 subgroups. 10 into 41. 10 into 41. 10 into 41. And each group contain how many fields? How many fields? Total
75 fields.
70. Okay. All 10 subgroups will have 75 fields. So 10 into 41, 75 fields. Clear? Any questions? These are already predefined. We are just, it's already configured SAP standard, and just we need to copy it. And okay, if it is a balance sheet account, we need to activate different accounts. If it is cost accounts, we need to activate different accounts, right? If it is a material account, then we need to activate different accounts. If it is a bank and cash account, we need to activate different accounts. So as per the requirement, we need to activate it. Clear? Clear, everyone? So it's
Yes,
already
Naveen.
configured by SAP, standard SAP. Just we need to copy and we need to utilize this. That's it. Okay. Okay. So here, if it is, this is nothing but classic GL account, old version. We can directly copy and we can utilize it. But when it comes to new GL account, again, I'm covering the new particular part. When it comes to new GL accounting, as earlier also I have mentioned, new GL accounting. We have a new GL accounting concept we are going to cover. So we have classic GL accounting. In classic GL accounting, we can copy and we can utilize directly. Okay, so classic GL accounting, it's an old method. Okay, there is a formula. The formula is old formula. This is okay. What is the old formula? GL debit
It's called the GL credit.
equal to GL credit. If only debit is equals to credit, then according to old classic system, the system is allowed to post the transaction, record the transaction. But when it comes to new GL accounting, formula is different, right? GL plus business area plus
Profit segment.
profit center plus segment debit equal to GL plus business area plus profit center plus segment credit. There's a new formula. So the system means here new old formula, it used to check only the GL accounts. GL debit is equals to GL credit, then the system allow us to record the transaction. Okay. So here only the GL related balance sheet accounts and cost accounts, if you make it required and optional or suppressed, then that is okay. But when it comes to new GL accounting, we need to make the requirement was GL account. What are the fields has to be mandatory? What are the fields has to be optional? What are the fields has to be suppressed? That we need to make it. And business area, same thing. What are the required? What are the optional? What are same profit center, and same when it comes to segment. So in the new formula, if these four are equal to debit is equals to credit, then only the system will allow us to post the transaction. If one is not matched, then the system will not allow us to post the transaction. Is this clear? So if people may ask you, what is the classic GL, classic SAP and the new SAP rule? In the sense, classic SAP rule, GL debit equal to GL credit. When it comes to new SAP rule, new GL accounting rule, so GL account plus business area plus profit center plus segment debit equal to GL plus business area plus profit center plus segment credit. Okay, any questions? So what are the things we need to make it optional and what are the things we need to make it optional? So for example, we will do here. I'll make business area. I'll make this as an optional. For example, I'm taking profit center. I'll make this an optional. See, your client may say that business area I want it. So then we need to get. We'll make profit center.
Naveen, if you don't enter the profit center, the system will pop up an error, right?
Sorry.
If you don't enter the profit center, then system will.
So what does it mean? So your client at the time of configuration, they made it as an mandatory. That's the reason it will show an error. Clear?
Okay.
So here only the field status only, they will make this rule. Segment, again, I'm just showing you as an optional, that's it. I'll show you how it will throw an error. Functional area. make this as an option. So just write it down. And once you're done, let me know. Once you're done, let me know.
Sure, Naveen.
Okay. So next we'll go with the configuration part. Write down field status variant. First one.
1 minute, Naveen, we are writing this.
Write down field status variant. In that first step, define field status variant. Write down the path. Write down the path. SPRO. SAP reference IMG. Financial accounting global setting. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting global settings new. Financial accounting global settings new. Ledgers. Ledgers. Fields. Fields. Next, define field status variant. Fields status variant. Transaction code OBC4. Transaction code OBC4. Okay. So I'll show you here in the practical part. /n SPRO. SAP reference IMG. SAP reference IMG. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting global settings new. Financial accounting global settings new. Okay,
Ledgers.
next ledgers. Next
Mhm.
ledgers.
Fields.
Ledgers. Next fields. Next fields. Okay, next one.
Status.
Define field status variant. So I'll check with the additional information. Display key IMG active. OBC4. Transaction code OBC4. Click on execute. Click on execute. Okay. So here you can see standard one. As I said that field status variant 0001. Field status for 0001. So select field status variant 0001. Right on. Select field status variant 0001. Select field status variant 0001. Next, click on copy as button. Select field status variant. We are not creating, we are copying it. So click on copy as button and give your field status variant name. What is the field status variant name? We have decided
UF
SV.
UF variant. Okay. I'll write it as a field status for ultra. Field status for ultra. Understood what we have did? We have copied and we have just changed the name. Okay. Press enter. So once we press enter, The next, click on copy all button. Click on copy all button. Enter, and after that copy all button. So everything will be copied. You can see 41 groups will be copied. Number of dependent entries copied, it will show it as in 41. See here, 42, sorry. So one additional is added, that field, but normally SAP standard, we have 41 groups only. So either you can write it as in 41 or 42. So number of dependent entries copied, 42 or 42.
Naveen,
Yes,
so now you have taken this field status name as UFSV, right?
correct.
So in real time, how we will take the name?
The client will give you that. Your
Client
project
will.
manager will give you the field status name,
Okay.
naming convention. So that we need to
Okay.
take.
Okay.
Okay. So click on OK button. Click on OK button. So you can see here, field status variant UFSV. The next, after this, click on save button. Click on save button. So ours is Ultratech. Click on OK. Click on OK. Okay. So select UFSV. Select UFSV and double click on field status groups. So field status variant, under that we have field status groups. Clear? Now you can see these are the subgroups. See here. So here there is one is added 42, but normally it will be 41. Right? You can see here G001 general, G003 material. General is nothing but balance sheet accounts. Okay. G03 material consumption. Okay. So we are not going to utilize everything. Where whatever important, that we will use it. So next, write down, double click on G001. Double click on G001. If you want, you just write it down, please.
Now, when after clicking on the field variants, we need to click on to the
Field status groups.
field status group.
Yeah. Once you select field status group, it will show you field status groups. So 41 or 42 groups. So in that, first you need to select general, that is G001. Double click on G001. So it will show you the 10 subgroups. General data, additional data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As I said that there would be 41 subgroups, sorry, 41 groups. Under that, there would be, each group contains 10 subgroups. Clear?
Yes.
You can see here, your field status variant is UFSV group G001, right? So here, these are the subgroups.
Naveen, can you show this step once again?
Sorry?
Can you just show this step once again?
Yeah, sure. Right? This is how to copy, you know that, right? 0001 will be
Yes.
there. You will just copy it and you will rename it to UFSV.
Yes.
Right? And after that, select UFSV, select your variant and go to field status group. Double click on field status group.
Okay.
We have created field status variants. Now we will see the field status group. Those are SAP default, and that is copied. How it is came into UFSV in the sense that is copied from standard SAP variant, field status variant, that is 0001. And
Got it.
if you click on field status group, so we have 41 or 42 groups will be there, right? So we are not going to utilize all the groups, right? Few important groups we will see. So first click on field status group G001. So each group contains 10 subgroups.
Got it.
Clear? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Yes. So here, if you click on general data, then we have some fields. Okay. You can make it suppress, you can make it required, you can make it optional entries. In additional account assignment, we have some fields. Okay.
Yes, Naveen.
So here you can see some of the groups are in black color, some of the groups are in blue color. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Clear? So whenever it is in black, what does it mean in the sense? All fields are in suppress mode. Clear? If everything is in black, the groups are in black, then what does it indicate? That all the fields are in suppress mode. You can see here. If you click on additional account assignments, see here. All fields are suppress mode. And if you click on here, you can see here asset accounting. All are suppressed. So here, if it is something is blue in the sense, all are not in suppress, few are required and few are optional. Understood?
Okay.
Understood everyone? Black and blue indication?
Yes.
Yes, Naveen.
Sorry, can you please explain? I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Can you please repeat once?
Bit louder, please. Additional
Can
data,
you-
if I change something as an optional, now you can see it will show in blue color. Earlier it was
Okay.
black.
Okay,
Now
so
it becomes blue. Sorry?
whenever we change anything, it will show, it will return into blue.
Not change. If you are moving from suppress to either required or optional.
Okay.
Understood? If all fields are suppressed, then it will show in black.
Okay. Okay.
One field is either in required or optional, then it will show in a blue color. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, I'll just go to. So now you can see. It will show into black. Right now. I'll go to JIP 001. So what we plan to make: business area optional, profit center optional, segment optional, functional area optional. So we want to make a changes. So we want to make each field business area optional. That could be in a suppress mode. So we need to convert into optional, business area, profit center, segment, and functional areas. Right? Total, how many fields will be there? Okay.
75 fields we have.
Yeah. So how you will, if you see how there are few fields are here, right? And if you few fields are in this, few fields are in this. If you count everything, then that would be 75 fields.
Okay.
Okay. So now write down,
Naveen, one more question. You
please.
said that we have account groups, right?
Yes.
What to do? So for each and every account group, we need to go and select like this, as we did for G001, right? We need to go and do for
Sorry.
G002 as well.
G001 is
So a
for
balance
balance
sheet
sheet
account.
items, right?
Yes.
So as per your client, he will say you that in balance sheet items, I want these fields to be mandatory, these fields are to be optional, and these fields are suppressed. So according
Okay.
to that, you need to select the options.
So if the client is telling that to make the changes to all the 42 groups, then we need to go and do
Yes,
the
we need to.
requirement.
As per the requirement of client only, we need to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. If the client is not asking for anything G004, which is cost account cost report, so we will not touch that account group, right?
Yes.
Okay, Naveen, thank you.
See, as per the client requirement configuration, we need to decide actually. You need to have a knowledge on this, first of all. Knowledge in the sense like what is balance sheet items, what he is asking, what is the client requirement. According to that, you need to select these groups.
Okay.
And what has to be make mandatory, what has to be make optional, what has to be make suppress. It's not a universal that each and every client want only these fields has to be mandatory, these fields has to be suppressed, these fields has to be optional. No, it's not a universal rule. So client to client, the requirement will differ. So the real time, your client would be something different, the other person client would be something different. So if I say this is a mandatory, you need to do it, then you will say that, okay, at the time in my class, the faculty explained that these are the fields has to be mandatory. So I'll make this only as mandatory. No, there is no thumb rule for that. Right? So here you need to take a decision as per your client requirement. What has to be make it required, what has to be suppressed, and what has to be optional. And
So
that possible only with the practice.
okay. So as per your real time, like, can you please give any one of the scenario where you got such a kind of a amendments to the field status?
I didn't get you. What do you mean by that?
So, so in real time, if you get any instances on the field status, okay. So
every time we will get it, right?
one example, like a recent example which you got.
That's what I'm showing, right? Recent example in the sense, that's what I'm showing here. My client doesn't require this business area profit center as a mandatory. So I'm making this as an option. Understood?
Okay. So can you just go and do it once under the business?
I'll show you that, boss.
Okay.
Let me come to just I'm explaining that step, right? I'll show you this each and every field. I'll show you business option, business area as an optional, profit center as an optional, segment as an optional, functional area as an optional.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
But I'll show you.
Okay. And one more thing. So we are creating the variant. Sorry for the disturbance in the background.
No problem. Please.
Okay. So we are creating the variant by copying.
We are not creating. We are just copying a variant,
yes.
and we are giving a name to our own variant.
Yes, that is it. So instead of that, so do we get any scenarios like we need to completely create the separate variant?
Why? What is the requirement?
I got your point, because it is not required, because system already there, the default settings are already there.
Yes.
So that kind of scenarios will not be existed in the real time. Only
no, not required actually. Because if you want to create, what are the things you need to create? Total, see here. So total 999 items you need to create it.
Okay.
Understood. So SAP has clearly given complete a variant, right? Complete variant, what a client, universal client requirements will be there. So it will be clubbed on one variant, and it has given. So as per that, you can copy that variant and you can make a changes.
Got it.
Why we want to create a variant? So that is the reason SAP is the lead when it comes to other ERPs. Other ERPs, definitely you need to do from the scratch.
Yes, understood.
Okay. Any questions on this? Yeah, any other questions from anyone?
No.
Sorry?
We're good to go.
Yeah. Next.
No, Naveen, from my side, we can continue.
Yeah. Double click on additional account. We will make double click on additional account assignment. Right down. Double click on additional account assignment. So here you can see business area, it is suppressed. So we will make this as an optional. Business area, make it optional. Profit center, make it optional. Profit center, make it optional. Okay. Next one, page down. So page down button from your keyboard. Okay, what is the other one? Segment. Segment, make this as an optional. Next one, functional area. Make this as an optional. Okay. Segment, functional area, profit center, business area. We made it optional. Now click on save button. G001, we have made additional account assignment. These are the optional. So click on save button. Okay. Next.
So
Yes,
hello?
please.
So this business area, profit center, and everything, they are in additional account. Additional account assignments, right? So as you are already working, you know that these fields are in additional account assignment.
Correct.
So as a fresher, we do not
Yeah, that's
know.
what I said, right? Just somebody asked. I said that with the practice only we will remember this. Say 2 to 3 times, if you do the same configuration step, definitely you will know where is this business area and where is this profit center. Definitely you will remember that.
Why you are particularly taking only business area profit center
Sorry,
segment? There are so many fields, right?
that's I'm taking an example.
Example only.
That's it, right? So I
Yeah.
can't do everything as an optional right now. I'm just showing you how to make an optional.
Mhm.
And again, same time, I'll make in future, I'll make some things as an required. Suppress by default, something as required. I'm just taking as an example. These 4 fields for each and wherever it is asking, it should be in optional. Optional.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to check all these 41 fields,
Not
41
41, right?
subgroups.
Not 41. So each client will not have all 41, right? Majorly, the important thing is the general one, that is nothing but your balance sheet items, cost
Mhm.
account items, bank account items, revenue items, see here, income items, see, yeah, revenue accounts, G39, like that. These are the only things we will use it.
Yeah, but we should know what are the subgroups in these
Yes,
groups,
of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Yes. Clear? The day one I made it very clear. Only the thing is in SAP there is no rocket science. Only the practice is the only thing to get success. That's it. Only practice, practice, practice. Because even I can't tell you what are the shortcut keys to remember this. No, because only with the practice only. See, again I'm telling you, with the real time I didn't learn anything. With practice only I have learned. I remembered the things. Hope you got my point.
Yes, yes, got it,
That's
Naveen.
it.
Just
No
tell me
logic
like
is there, nothing is there, only steps we need to remember where it exists. That's it.
so in these groups, where it would be like invoice number and date in which
Here
group
invoice number will not be there, right? General, you can see that the
in
screen
general on.
by default, the screen will be there. Over there, the screens will be created like this, the FB60 or whatever that will be. So here we could just make it as an optional required. That's it.
Yeah, that's one only I'm asking like those fields like invoice number. We should make it as an optional or required, right? That field.
Yes.
So where would be that
See, you
invoice
can
number
check
or
it out
date?
in receivables, payables, clearing, clear. So in all invoice payable, you will make this as an option. So you need to check everything here, general data.
Yeah.
Here, text, you can see assignment number, invoice reference number.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, yes, got it.
So I mean, in each group we have this different fields. Not
Sorry?
in each group we have the different fields, right, Naveen? In each group.
Yes, of course.
In accounts payable and receivable, we have the invoice number, text,
Correct, correct,
document header, and
correct.
everything. Okay.
In general data, we won't have that.
Got it. So I thought that in maybe in general data, additional information, we'll have that data.
If it is
Like
same, then
material
automatically
money.
one we need to activate, that's enough, right?
Okay. Okay, Naveen.
Yes, Naveen. It's clear now.
We will repeat the same configuration. We have given business area, profit center, next one segment, functional area, correct?
Yes.
4 fields. So we will repeat for other fields also. Okay. So G001 we have completed. Repeat this above configuration for G003. Write down. Repeat the above configuration for G003. Write down. In G001, what are the things we have done? So I'm telling you, just write it down. Repeat the above configuration for G003. G004. G004. G005. G005. G006. G006. G007. G006 and G007, 8, G008, G009, or G008. Directly you can do G0014, G014, 14, next 29, G029, G029, next one 30, G030, G030, G045, G045, 52, G052, G052, next G067, G067, G067. Okay. So we are going to repeat the same configuration for these groups. Okay. Let me do it for G003. Now you know that. Double click. Additional account assignment. Profit center already optional. Business area already optional. Next one, page down. Functional area already optional. Next one, segment. We need to make it as an option. Next, click on save button. Okay. Next one, G004, G004. Additional account assignment. Business area optional already. Profit center optional. Page down. Segment optional. Functional area optional. Okay. Click on save button. Next one, G005. Additional account assignment. Business area optional. Profit center optional. Page down. Functional area optional. Next one, segment optional. Sorry, Charan, I didn't quite got your question. Kindly ask instead of.
No, Naveen, I just had a doubt. Like, as he mentioned, like we have to configure this one profit center, business area segment or functional areas as optional.
Okay.
What my question was, he will also mention the groups along with the what should configure, right?
No, he won't mention. He will say that I want business area, this fields are optional. That's it. Groups he won't mention. He doesn't know groups and all, right?
Okay. So we should. How can we identify that which group should be of?
That is our practice. That is the functional consultant this thing knowledge.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah, no, got it.
So once we
Naveen,
enter into
you
the
said-
entries, but see, as of now, you haven't posted any entries. So that's the reason you will have this sort of confusion. But once we start with the GL account module, GL module, then definitely at the time of posting entries, you will start comparison with this particular configuration. What we made here optional and how it is showing in end user screen. Clear?
Yes.
Okay,
Naveen, but you said all the clients will not have the same groups, right?
That's what I said, right?
But who will decide those groups?
The client will tell, the client will Client will say only these are the fields are required or optional for him. So we need to decide that. Our project manager will say that these are the client will inform the project lead. Project lead will tell us these are the fields. So we need to decide which group it is there. Clear?
So we need to decide which groups
For
we
these
have
things,
to.
Sorry. Yeah.
yes, Deepti. Yes, Deepti, you can continue. I
No,
will talk
no,
later.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, what I was saying is like these things should be decided by the client, and the client will inform this to project lead or manager. Then
Correct.
post that we as a consultant need to input these data, like for as Naveen said that plant and machinery will comes under which head. That things we have to decide from our end, and accordingly we have to select surplus or required entry or optional entries. Am I right, Naveen? I'm just
Correct.
telling my
Correct. Correct.
understanding.
See, client will not have a group knowledge. Your project lead will also want that you have to make this an activate in this particular group. We need to have a knowledge, whatever client requirement, what is his expected output, and where it will trigger. If everything is given by the project lead and client, why we? Any SSC student will also do this optional, right? They require or suppress and all, we will do it. We need to remember, and where it triggers, it's going to trigger, that we have to remember. And that is possible, again I am reiterating, that is possible only with the practice part. Clear?
When I got the point.
Yeah, any Aditi?
Yes, Naveen. Yes, Naveen. It's clear.
So we made it a segment as an optional. So click on save button.
Naveen, say for example, we have changed to lot many, like seeing the transaction, we got to know that these are the changes that needs to be done. But say we have missed it in changing one of the field status groups.
Yeah, at the time of end user, so end user will get some error because the client requirement was something, it has been optional, but we have selected as a mandatory or suppress. So when end user is practiced, where end user is started recording the transaction, then definitely that particular field should be an optional. But what we made it as a mandatory. So at the time of recording, that end user is not having a data of that business area, and it is showing it as a mandatory. Then definitely they will create a ticket or they will send an email to a support consulting team. So as a support consulting team, what they will do, they will check where is the issue, and they will send to implementation team stating that this particular thing has made it as an mandatory, which is supposed to be an optional. Then at that particular time, we will go to development system as a consultant. We will move that from mandatory to optional. And we can retrigger from quality to production. Then once it is updated in production system, then end user can post it automatically normally.
Okay, Naveen, got it.
Right? So anything at any point of time as a development consultant, if end user is getting some sort of issues, then we can change it at any point of time in development system, and that will be moved to production, quality to production. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah. So we have made it an G005, right? G005 additional account assignment. So we made it business area, functional area segment. Next one. G006. Additional account assignment. Business area is an already optional. Next one, profit center already optional. Functional area. Next one, segment. Click on see. Next one, 7th. Business area, profit center, functional area. Next one, segment. Okay. Next one, 8th. Additional account assignment. Business area, profit center, page down, functional area. Next one, segment. Next one, footing.
So these fields will not be there in 9, 10, 11.
This is not required for my client, for example. The other fields are not required for his posting. Understood?
No, Navin, this is bit confused. So
No,
this
see,
business area profit center segment fields or will not be appear in
see, my
9th
client want
group.
only these groups, whatever groups. See, he may not require clearing accounts. So he don't have an optional called clearing account. He don't use it at all. So why we will do something as an optional for him? He don't maintain any clearing accounts. He don't have any freight customs things. Right? He don't have this, his business is not related to freight and customs.
Mhm.
Right? So why we will do it? He don't have a thing called scrapping kind of thing. So why we will go and we will change it here? Understood?
Yes, Navin, but so client will not give any information about these
See,
groups.
client
So the,
business, we will try first of all at the
first
time,
we'll understand.
the client business, right?
Yes, yes.
So what actually he's dealing with, he's dealing with only the end product, in the sense you don't have any concept called freight. You don't have any concept called scrapping. He don't have any concept called other things. So whatever his requirement, only that groups we are going to select and we will make it. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
So please,
but most of the things like as an is, for example, they will deal with clearing accounts and receivables, payables, general will not be like freight also will be there. Mostly, most of the fields will cover, right? Most of the groups in real time.
no, only few groups will be covered. Here we are covering a lot.
Not okay.
Clear?
Yes, yes.
Where are we? So completed 7.
8 also completed it.
8 also completed, right? So I'll go with the directly MM14. Business area optional. Profit center optional. Start. And normally this particular step will be ignored in other institutes normally. They will follow as it is, whatever it is there, they will follow as it is. Functional, whatever by default status is there, that they will follow it.
Okay.
Okay. So next we'll go to right? Next 30. We have done, right?
So Navin, I have one question here.
Please.
Okay, so each client will have only one field status variant, or
What do you mean by each line?
so we have created one UFSV variant, right?
Sorry,
For
sorry.
example,
That is a field status variant, right?
yes. So we are working for one of the country, for example, France country. So we are handling for one business, Ultra. Okay, yeah, as you mentioned, Ultra Tech company will have only one variant, or is it like I'm correlating? Is it
I
at a
want to
client
say
level?
company codes are different, right?
Company, yeah. Is it at a client level?
You know, 1:10 methodology and 1:1 methodology.
Uh,
The requirement of all the company codes are same. Then you can have one fiscal year variant. Okay. And the requirement of each company code is different. Then definitely you need to create 1:1 methodology. So you need to create a UT01, one fiscal year variant, UT02, one fiscal year variant, and UU01, one fiscal year variant.
Okay, so accordingly, we need to align the variant with the company codes.
Correct.
Okay, that will be the next step, maybe.
Sorry?
The aligning the variants.
Company code, right? I said, right, structure I have given, right? So here I have given the structure, right? So here I said, right, see 001 is my standard fiscal year variant. And this is we have created fiscal year variant as an UFSV. And we are linking to what? We are integrating with
company codes.
Company codes. If your purpose of each company code is the requirement is same, then this is nothing but 1:10 methodology. If not, again, you need to create UFS1 or UFS2, something like that.
So assigning variant to the company codes will be in the next, we're going to see in the next steps.
Correct.
Okay.
Business area, profit center, functional area. So, accounting fixed retirement. Business area. Profit center. Functional area. Next one. Segment. Okay. So we have done it here. Last, I'll go with the G067 reconciliation accounts. Business area. Profit center. Page down. Segment. Functional. That's it about a field status variant. Clear? Any questions? Any questions?
No, Naveen.
Okay. So we'll go with the next number, next configuration step. Assign company code to field status variant. Right now, assign company code to field status variant. Assign company codes to field status variant. Path. Path. Same as above. Path same as above. Till fields. Till fields. And from there select assign company code to field status variant. Assign company code to field status variant. Transaction code. Transaction code OBC5. Transaction code OBC5. Transaction code OBC5. Assign company code to field status variant. Step number 2. Okay. OBC5. Assign company code to field status variant. So click on position button. Click on position button. Company code UT01. So you need to select your companies. UT01, UT02, UU01. So field status variant column. If you don't remember your field status variant, then click here, search. See here, UFSV. All right, UFSV. And here also it's a UFSV. Clear, Rashekar, your query?
Yes, Naveen. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So what we are doing? So if it is 1:n methodology means one variant we are integrating to different company codes. But here the requirement is different from each company code. Then we need to create different field status variants. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
In the same way, we need to create it. Any questions from anyone?
No, Naveen.
So here it is UFSV, field status variant. So define field status variant, and after that assign field status variant to company code. That is about field status variant. So this is another, that's the reason I said it's very important. We need to understand fields, how many fields will be there, how many line items will be there, and everything. Next one, tolerance group. Next configuration step, tolerance group. Next configuration step, tolerance group. What do you mean by tolerance? What do you mean by tolerance?
Limit.
Yeah, limit, bearable. Correct?
Bearable payment difference.
Yeah, payment difference or whatever.
Or acceptable payment difference is
Yeah.
called tolerance.
Payment limitation or receivable limitation. Okay, write down. For example, tolerance. For example, okay. For example, my invoice value. Okay, my invoice value is okay. So for example, my invoice value is 1 lakh. This is the amount of my invoice. Customer is paying out of 10,283. Customer is paying. He need to pay us. Customer need to pay us 10,283.89 rupees. So, but the customer is paying 10,280. Okay. Invoice value is 10,283.89, and whereas customer is paying 10,280. Are we accept it or not?
Accept. We can accept.
Yes, yes,
We can accept it, right? It's a bearable limit, right? Yes or no?
yes, Navin. Yes, Navin.
Yeah. For example, if the customer out of 10,283, customer is paying us 8,500. Will you accept it?
Yes.
Will you accept it?
No,
I
no,
need
no.
to pay you 10,200 and I said that I'm going to pay only 8,500. Will you accept it?
No, no,
It
no.
is not within the tolerance.
Right? It's not bearable. Bearable 1, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, it's okay, fine. 10% is okay. But here it is non-bearable. So the thing which can be ignorable, then we can accept it, right? But which can't ignorable, then we won't accept it. That is called tolerance. Is this clear?
Yes.
All right. So how much the acceptance or ignorance? Okay, then that.
Naveen, I have one question.
Please.
Each client has this certain percent of percentage, like 10%, 5%, 2%, like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Do we have any standard tolerance limit?
Yes, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Why? Because in my current organization, what like few of the company
Sorry,
clients
sorry.
in my current organization, few of the clients are telling that they need to take 10% of tolerance, and few of the clients are telling that 100 euros till 100 euros we need to take the tolerance, like that. It
See, that's
depends
what
upon
I'm
the client.
saying. Each company will have their articles and memorandum of association.
Mhm.
Clear? Each
Memorandum.
company, each and every company, registered company will have their own articles of association and memorandum of association.
Okay.
And in that they will clearly mention, okay, each company will have articles and memorandum of associations will be there. In this they will mention the bearable limit. For example, I'm taking an example. Okay. For example, if I'm taking INR, 10 rupees or 1%, 10 rupees or 1% on invoice value. On invoice value, whichever is less. It could be some companies may give some 100 euros, sorry, 10 euros or 10%, whichever is less. So country to country, company to company, it's different according to their articles and memorandum of association. Clear? The bearable payment limit is nothing but your tolerance. Is this clear, everyone? So here 10 rupees or 1% as per the invoice. So whichever is less, then that will be taken as unbearable.
Okay. Got
Clear?
it now. Clear.
Yeah. So that
Yes.
could be, as you said, that 10% or 100 euros, whichever is better, whichever is less.
Yes, sir.
So that will be taken. Okay. So for example, I'll take one example. For commission account, debited, I'll take same 10,283.89, right? 0.89 to ABC Trading Company, $10,283.29. So this is the expected. Okay. And here so actually they are paying to bank okay. So what is the difference amount? What is the difference amount?
3.29.
Sorry, this is
3.29.
no, sorry,
3.89.
89. It's wrongly I have typed. What is the difference?
3.89.
3.89. So it will compare 1% on invoice amount, okay, and 10 rupees, whichever is less. So here 3.89 is lesser than 1% and as well as 10 rupees. Then the difference amount will go to payment difference account. Payment difference account. Okay, payment difference account 3.89. It will go to payment difference account. If we have leave payment difference, this tolerance group as blank, then unless until the 3.89 has paid, till that the entry will not be get settled. If we define payment tolerance group as limitation 10% or 1 rupee or whatever is less, okay, if we are defining, then it will compare. If we are not defining and we leave it blank, then it's considered as in there is no tolerance limit, no complete amount has to be paid. So 3.89, if you are not only 10,280 is paid by the customer, but 3.89 still shortage. So the system will not allow us to record the entry unless until the complete amount got paid. Clear? If the tolerance group is defined, the tolerance limit defined, then whatever difference amount is there, that should be hit to some GL account, right? Then that will hit to a GL account called payment difference account. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay. This is called GL tolerance. We may have employee tolerance also. So this is called GL tolerance ledger. Just write it down, sir. Just write it on this.
And Naveen,
Yes.
so this is a payment level, right? So even like if PO is created for 500 and we receive invoice for 600 or something, 600
Sorry.
rupees. If purchase order is created for 500 and we receive invoice for 550 or 600 rupees.
Yes.
So the tolerance,
So that is also comes under invoice will have some expense GL, and PO will also created for some GL in internal account assignment. GL will be created under PO.
yes,
Correct?
yes,
PO is created in the sense PO will be created for one particular GL
yeah,
account and one
GL
particular.
account, yes,
Correct. So that will come under GL tolerance only, right?
okay,
So as per your agreement, so PO can be posted, the invoice can be posted. The difference between PO and invoice would be 1%. Then it
yes.
is accepted. If it is more than 1%, it may not accept.
It may not tax. Sometimes we post that and it will go to price variance.
That's what I'm saying. If it is it is under tolerance, it will be posted.
Yes, yes.
And it will hit
It
to
is.
that's what the payment difference, what I said, right? In the same way,
Yes,
that
yes.
will go to the price tolerance limit.
Yes, yes.
Clear? If
Yes, yes.
sometimes what happens, if you try to force book also, it will not allow, the system will not allow.
No, no, it will not. Allow.
Right? So what does it mean? There is no tolerance for that particular PO.
Okay. So PO wise will set the tolerance or
Sorry? GL wise.
GL wise, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So just write it down.
Yes, done now.
Next, we have one more, employee tolerance. Employee tolerance. Okay. So for example, we went to a shop. For example, I'll tell you, we went to a shop to buy some dress or some jewelry or something. So for example, the product cost is, for example, 10,000. The product cost is 10,000. And we asked the seller, okay, we like this ornament or dress or whatever it is. And what is our Indian tendency, human tendency? Like we will bargain. Definitely we will bargain. That is there. Now it got little changed, but still we will tend to our tendencies, we will bargain. So we'll ask for some discount. Okay. And the seller, whatever, whoever is sales executive is there, he'll say that, okay, I can give you discount of 2% on this 10,000. Okay. He says that when we ask the discount, then he says that, okay, we want, I can give you up to 2% discount. That's it, without checking with any supervisor or anyone. He'll say that you can get 2% discount. That's it. But still we won't satisfy with that discount. Then we'll ask for further discount. So is there that I can't give you further. So for that, I need to take an approval for my supervisor, next level person, right? So he'll go to his supervisor and I'll ask, these people are purchasing this particular product. They want further discount. And I said that 2%. He'll say that straight away. Okay, you can give up to 5% discount. Up to 5%. Clear? And we said that still we are not satisfied with that discount. So we are expecting further more discount, a kind of 10%. Then that supervisor will go, we will say that no, still we the other shop people are giving further discount 10% or something like that, we will say. Then he'll go to his next level or shop head or whoever it is, and he'll say that, okay, 10% discount maximum we can give, right? So here you can see, all right, person to the role here. Here I said that sales executive. Here it is a supervisor. He is a managing director or manager or whoever it is, right? So here the tolerances are different. Clear? Authorizations are different. So he can give up to 2% only. Okay, his next level supervisor can give up to 5%. And the last but not least, whoever it is there, he can give up to 10%. So designation to designation, authorizations will be get changed. Clear? And this is called employee tolerance. Is that clear? Okay. So when it comes to employee tolerance, I'll tell you. Okay. Employee tolerance. We will have tolerance group. User IDs. Maximum document amount. Maximum document amount. Maximum payment amount. Maximum discount amount. Tolerance debit. Okay, next one, tolerance credit. Tolerance credit. So for example, I'll take here as an, I'll repeat the same example. We have executives. So there you executives. So here executives are total 4 executives are there: E1, E2, E3, E4. Okay. Or furthermore, E5. So these many sales executives are working in my organization. Okay. So maximum document amount they can. Okay. These executives can post the invoice amounts up to, for example, 5 lakhs. Okay. Maximum payment they can do up to 1 lakh. Okay. Maximum discount they can give up to 2%. Okay. Tolerance debit would be 2 rupees or 0.2%. Credit is also same. 2 or 0.2%. Okay, next one, supervisors. Supervisors. S1, S2, S3, S4. And they can post the invoice up to 50 lakhs. And they can do the maximum payment of 10 lakhs. Okay. And they can give maximum discount of 5%. 5 or 0.5%. 5 or 0.5%. Okay. Okay, these are the supervisors. Next one, managers. This is percentage. So we have one CEO. So we can give max, he can post maximum unlimited. Okay. %. ₹10 or 10%. Clear everyone thus? Hello?
Yes, Naveen.
Clear? So in real time, we will have this, but here in our, what we call this particular system, training environment, this is not possible because we have only one user. If we are having a number of user, then the tolerance as per the user IDs, we can create it. Clear? It's normally HR activity. It's normally HR activity. Is this clear? Just write it down. As per the designation, the tolerances will be given. So here, clear? Here, here in training environment, we don't have a separate user IDs and separate passwords, right? So in real time environment, each user will have its own user IDs and their own passwords. As per the designation, they will have their own tolerances. Clear? So in normal entries, invoice associate or payment accounts payable associate or AR associate. So as per their designation, the tolerances will be get changed. Clear everyone?
Yes, Naveen.
Yes.
Okay. So here, what we are going to do? What we are going to do is, we are going to use the last line. This one. We are in the this particular part we are going to configure. Okay. So here we don't have we are going to leave tolerance group as blank. Okay. And user ID, your user ID will be there. SAP user ID or whatever it is. For me, it is Naveen. Clear? So here my user ID, I have created it as an Naveen. For you, it may be some user ID, your server access was given. He has given you some user IDs. So that user ID will be there. Yeah, any questions on this? Understood? Why we are tolerance group will be blank. We need to give tolerance group will be blank. And because it's not a live environment, we are working on a practice environment. Clear? And the user ID by default it will take. So we are going to give the maximum discount, maximum payment amount, and maximum discount. Any questions here? We can't do this one. Tolerance group like executive, supervisor, manager, CEO. Why? Because we are not in live environment. Live environment, each use system, each user will have its dedicated license and he will have his own user ID and his own password. So as per his designation, the tolerances will be defined. So any questions from your end?
So where it will be useful, Naveen? So for example, when we are posting the invoice, the user is posting the invoice. So he will check the tolerance limit, and if it is under the tolerance limit, then he will go ahead and post. Okay. Then coming to the supervisor and manager in the live environment. So what are the scenarios they will face regarding the tolerance limit?
See, for example, in my designation, invoice associate and invoice specialist is there. Invoice associate designation is there and invoice specialist is there. So invoice associate is nothing but the person who completed their graduation and immediately they have joined in the organization, right? So here we will give invoices with low value invoices. So we are creating a designation in two categories, invoice associate and invoice specialist. So specialist is nothing but who is having a 1 year or 2 years experience, guys. And associates are nothing but fresh candidates, fresh accountants. So here, if we give high value invoices to them, then what happens? If they key something enter wrong, okay, and if audit is not there, then automatically instead of posting 1000 INR, they have pressed 2 zeros extra and the payment has been released. So to overcome this difficulty, the tolerances will be given. So for example, invoice associate, whoever invoice associate designation is there. So whenever he receive an invoice of, for example, his tolerance limit is post the invoices, what we call 10 lesser than or equal to 10,000 INR. So if he receive any invoice with 1 lakh, if he tries to post, okay, and we will set but for that particular designation, we are going to set a tolerance limit of 10,000. Clear? So whenever he tried to key the entry of 1 lakh, system will not allow him to enter that greater than 10,000.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
So,
Got your point. But in the live environments, like coming to the operation side, so we never implemented such kind of scenarios.
whenever you do a payment process, right? So as an associate, you will run the payment. Who has to approve it?
Their manager will approve
There
it.
will be a team lead and after that manager. Clear? So if team lead is approved, that the payment will go.
No, after manager it will.
The manager it will go. What does it mean? So here you are giving a tolerance limit. If sometimes what happens is if you give a tolerance limit of 1 lakh payment, only TL can approve it and after that the payment can be released, right? And but if it is more than 1 lakh and we have segregated tolerance as if payment is more than 1 lakh, greater than that, then who has to approve? Manager has to approve. Then only the payment will be get released.
Okay, so if it is greater than 1 lakh, so TL can approve, but it will automatically go to the manager approval.
Correct. Lesser than or equal to 1 lakh, TL can release it.
Okay.
If it is greater than that, then automatically it will trigger to manager's bucket.
Okay.
He has to approve it.
Okay. So it is related to the payments, but when it comes to the invoice postings, so we never set any kind of a tolerance.
You never said. Probably in
Yes.
general scenarios we
Hello.
would, but why audit is there? Audit team is there.
Naveen, it is there.
One second. Yeah, that's what. Company to
Because
company,
in
it doesn't-
non-PO cases, the manager should approve, right?
That's what.
Require GL code and
Company to
approval.
company differ.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
will be definitely it will be there.
Yeah,
So,
it is
for
there.
example, few companies, I say that when I started career as a Genpact accounts payable specialist, so there are two types of payment methods. One is immediate payment method payments and payment non-immediate payment terms.
Ad hoc payments.
Not ad hoc. I'm saying that we will have a different payment methods, right? 30 days payment terms, immediate
Yes.
payment terms. So all are
You know,
not
it is 30 days like that.
30 days. So all executives are not eligible to process that immediate payment term invoices. Only senior persons who have completed 1 year, only those people used to get an allocation of immediate payment terms invoices. So that is one sort of tolerance. So company to company, it's different. And because, okay, if I don't want to give a tolerance, that's the reason we are making one more additional thing that is called audit. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it may not be implemented by all the companies.
For example, they don't want to hire more people, right? Say for example, I want to give five executives are there and I'm getting 500 invoices. So I can't segregate it. So that's the reason we are giving 500 invoices to all 5 executives without any tolerance limit. But after that, we are doing a sample kind of audit in India. But maximum in domestic, if you work in domestic, then definitely we will have this tolerance. In
But in
domestic
corporate, we cannot create.
organizations, the segregation will be there. The freshers will not get some sort of greater than that particular amount limit invoices. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the configuration part, we will do all the such kind of implementation.
But here in the, that's what I'm saying. In training environment, we are not going to see. We are going to do the last step. So only we are not going to do this one. Executives, we won't do this. In real-time environment, we are going to do this.
Okay.
In practice part here, because we have only, this is a training environment, we will have only one user. That's it. So we can't do all this.
Okay.
Understood?
Got it.
So that's the reason we are giving a maximum. If you are a user, you are posting on your ID, then you need to give maximum amount. If you give 10,000, then if you want to post anything greater than 10,000 in training environment, then the system will not allow you. You can check that. You can give a tolerance limit of 10,000. And if you try to post an invoice greater than 10,000, 10,001, the system will not allow you. 10,000.50, the system will not allow you to post. Clear?
Got it. So we are going to implement only for this for our user ID. So
Yes.
so at the real time level, so based on this example, we can go ahead and make the
Correct.
changes.
Correct.
This is a sample one which we are doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And in this training environment, we are going to leave tolerance group as a blank, and user ID automatically it will take whatever your user ID your basis consultant has given. And we are going to define the maximum document amount, maximum payment amount, and discount amount, tolerance debit and tolerance credit. So that we are going to do it the last line. Yes, this is not 10%, it's a 1%. Yeah, initially it would be little confusion, but once you practice it, once we enter into the GL module, once we complete, then 100% I'll sure that you will get rid of this sort of confusions. But only possibility is with your practice. That's it. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions from your end?
No, Naveen.
Hope everybody is cleared with the fiscal year variant. What I'll do is I won't continue now, because just try to understand the fiscal year variant part. Yesterday's, right? Next fiscal year, and this one, field status variants, and this tolerances. Try to understand this. The tolerances, it's not a big deal because it's only simple configuration, right? So once we are done with this particular configuration, next week, we are going to see the tolerance of employees. Okay, and we will see the posting case. Any questions still here? So next week, we are going to do the major part, that is check company code, global parameters. Still here, the things are same, but the confusion part will start from controlling area. There's a new concept. There's a new concept. Clear? So we are going to discuss the profit center, standard hierarchy and all. So before that, try to complete. That's the reason I'm going very slow. Till the configuration steps, we will go little slow. So once we enter into new ledger part, this is a new concept. There's a new concept. There's an additional steps we are going to cover. Clear? So till here, we will go little slower only till ledger, what we call GL account module, GL module. Once we start up with the GL model, then we can speed up the things as per your practice. Again, I'm telling you, because you can see a lot of confusion. Looks like I can do from my end one way, I can do it, but at the end of the day, 2 days, if you won't practice, then third day definitely you will get a question in the next steps. And I'll in my system it will work, and because if you miss a minute step also, then the system will not allow you to get an accurate output. The people who are there in the previous batches, they know pretty well. The things will be little confusion in new GL concept. So here till here, so GL master. So next week we are going to complete this one. Not standard. Company code global parameters. If you practice till here, then there will not be any issues. I'm telling you for the one time, then at least next week by next Friday, at least you complete 10 times. Then only you will remember. If you won't get time, stretch. Means if you want to see yourself in this particular career, then we won't get time. I know pretty well, because we all are working. We won't get time, but we have to, by hook or crook, we need to take time. That's the reason you can utilize this weekday at least one hour, but at least 10 times you need to complete till this particular step. And again, I'm telling you, we're not going in a commercial way. So that's the reason I'm going very slow. So it's up to you. Hope you will take time and you will practice it.
Yes.
Without practice, again, I'm telling you, attending the session is also waste. Without practice.
So you mean up to field status variant, the practice you're saying, right?
Yes. At
From
least minimum, I'm telling you, minimum 10 times. Minimum 10 times.
Okay. From starting from
Start
organization
to
to
if people have already started, then no problem, right? They can continue. If you're not yet started, then at least a minimum from starting to till this, you need to complete 10 times. Then only the whatever sort of confusion you have, that will be triggered out. Or else the confusion will be there always. Clear? So that's what I'm saying. The coming 3.5 4 months, dedicatedly give the time, and don't stick on that. I want to practice 1 hour or 2 hours. I'm saying that 10 times you need to practice. So 10 times, whatever may be the time. I know we all are working, we have our personal, but still, if we want to get into this, then definitely we need to spend time for this, like your professional degree.
Naveen, so practice in the sense, the way of practicing. So like you mean the complete starting to ending 10 times, like because we have created organization structure, enterprise structure.
Exactly.
Okay, company code assignment. Okay,
Yes.
of accounts. So from starting to ending one time, and from starting to ending second time, like that.
Correct.
10 times. Same. Okay.
Then only we will remember the steps, or else no.
Okay, you mean first of all, basically we need to remember the flow of the process, like how where from the organization structure you
Correct.
start till
Correct.
field setting.
Correct.
That steps, if you remember, then that will be.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? So that's what.
As of now, sorry, as of now, so we have not entered into any modules, I mean, submodules, AP, GL, AR, like that. We are just on the basics.
Configuration part, we are doing it. So once we are done with the new GL concept, new general ledger concept, if we understand this, then we will enter into GL concept, GL module, sub module. GL submodule.
So once the configuration steps are done.
Yeah, see, straight away I can start GL master without teaching the new GL concept. Directly we can start after completion of global company code, global parameters. So what we said is after completion, as I said that. See here. This is new concept. Yeah. So after completion of this check company code global parameters, normally the other institutes, they will from here, they will directly start with the GL module. Clear? So what does it mean? As I said that once we have completed this, then directly we can do GL module. But what would be the output we are going to get in the sense GL debit equal to GL credit, we will get it, no issues. But as per the new market requirement is new GL, not this is till here, it will be classic GL accounting, classic GL. But here the controlling area, when we are going to use controlling area in FI module, then what does that mean? We are using new GL version. Is this clear?
Yes,
So
yes,
almost all
exactly.
we are going to spend a lot of time in controlling area part, new GL concept, because it's a newly introduced concept. Without covering, we can cover this entire SAP FI in 2 months. Entire SAP FI in 2 months. If we won't cover this, but if we are covering this new GL concept, then it will take at least 4 to 4.5 months.
Oh, okay.
This is clear. So people will say that 3 months FI, 2 months FI, in the sense clearly it means that they are not going to cover the new GL concept. Even on ECC. Forget about S4 HANA. Clear? So that's the reason what my humble request is, if you want to complete as soon as possible, then we can ignore that. Straight away we can jump into GL module, sub module. So it saves me almost all 1.5 month time for me. So within another 2 months, 3 months, we can complete. So see, if we are not covering new GL, in the sense, the new GL concept, we are not going to do in GL module, nor in AP module, nor in AR module, nor in asset accounting. So over there also it will be reduced 10 days in each sub module.
No.
So within 2 to 3 months, we can complete entire FI module. And if we are missing the CO module controlling area in FI module, then we can ignore in CO module also. So over there, hardly it will take 40 days time to complete CO module completely. So that's the reason people says that 3 to 4 months we can complete our FI CO.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone?
So one thing, so I've seen some of the questions like, where is the document split at the back end?
Sorry?
Document splitting at back end. So where this concept will come?
Next concept is in document splitting only. See here, document types, document number ranges. Now we have document splitting. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We are not going to say what do you mean by document splitting, but how it's going to split, how it's going to be effect in each and every line, and what do you mean by zero balance clearing, and all those stuff we are going to discuss.
Okay. Thanks, Navin.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? If you don't have any questions, then we can wind it for this particular week. I'll share the recordings and just practice it.
Okay.
Please.
So next
Go
week,
through first go through recording properly, then next start. First listen recordings properly. After that, by keep the recording, you just step by step do the practice part. Put on a paper. Again, I'm telling you, keep some paper and a pen. So just design your structure. What is the structure you want to? Don't go with the Ultratech. If you are using the same Venkat server, then take any other companies, because it will be get clashed. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah, tell me. Someone is asking some other question.
Yeah, the next week timings will be
Same time. Next week also at the same time.
So can we continue with this timings or?
I'll check. If it is everyone is okay with these timings, then we can go ahead with the timings.
It is fine for me. And
No, that's what I'm saying. Just we will discuss in the group. 10 to 1 is okay for everyone. Then we can go ahead with the 10 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone?
Nothing. Thanks, Naveen. First of
Thank you.
all, for giving the in detail, minute to minute training.
Yeah, not an issue. It's my responsibility. I have to give, because you trusted and you joined.
Yeah.
And 100%, I would like to make sure that at least another 4.5 months, at least if you complete F5 part, you people can attend an interview. And as I said that, I'll share the, what we call, interview questions and all, so that you will be ready with your these things. But only practice. If you do the practice, then only you will be eligible to attend interview, at least F5. So that is the only intention. If you are not ready with your practice and you are expecting to complete only the topics from my end, then it's absolutely waste. Without your practice, if you want me to complete the things very fast, I can do that, but I can skip, I can do that, not an issue. That's the reason I have clearly, I'm showing it. If I miss this new concept, then I can finish everything by 5 months or 4.5 months or 5 months. And again, I need not to dictate these notes, because already notes is there. So I can give you directly this. I can directly do the practical part. Even that is also share, say 1.5 hours of each session. But why I am dictating again? Because 2 times. First, I'm dictating you. Next, after that, I'm configuring the same steps, so that at least in the session, you will listen 2 times.
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. See you next week. Next week also same time.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.